Did you know Americans lose over $20 billion every single year to auto repair fraud? That's right, $20 billion vanishing from wallets, all because of shady shops, fake repairs, and smooth-talking mechanics who know exactly how to trick you. They don't want you to know the truth. But after this video, they can't scam you anymore. In this video, we are uncovering 11 of the biggest mechanic scams that millions of Americans fall for every year. Stick around until the end because I will also reveal a single hidden code on your repair invoice that can instantly expose whether you're being scammed. Let's dive in and save thousands. Scam number 1, fake airbag replacement after accidents. After a car accident where airbags deploy, they must be replaced before the car is roadworthy again. Some shady body shops or mechanics exploit this by charging you for a new airbag, but never actually installing one. Instead, they may stuff the steering wheel or dashboard with rags, paper, or even scrap plastic just to make it look like a repair was done. According to the National Insurance Crime Bureau, over 50,000 airbags were reported stolen in 2024 alone. Even more alarming, U.S. Customs seized more than 490 counterfeit airbags, a number 10 times higher than the previous year. This scam is incredibly dangerous because you're driving around thinking you're protected when you are not. Always go to a reputable collision repair center and ask for proof of airbag replacement, including the invoice, part number, and photos of the installation. If you bought a used car that was previously in an accident, it's worth having a trusted mechanic verify that all safety systems were restored properly. Scam number 2, unnecessary repairs. This is perhaps the most classic mechanic scam. You take your car in for a minor issue, maybe a weird noise or a routine oil change, and the mechanic suddenly handed you a long list of urgent issues. They might say your control arms are shot, your engine mounts are broken, or your transmission is about to go. In many cases, they're overstating the issue or outright lying. Most drivers don't know enough about their car's internals to challenge the claims. That's why this scam works so well. According to a 2022 survey by the National Institute for Automotive Service Excellence, more than 50% of drivers who go for a second opinion discovered that at least one recommended repair was unnecessary. The best way to avoid it is to ask for evidence. Photos of the worn parts, diagnostic codes, or even the old parts themselves. If you're unsure, always get a second opinion before agreeing to major work. Reputable shops will never pressure you. They'll explain clearly, give you options and evidence. Scam number 3, hostage towing after accidents. This scam happens right after an accident when you're most vulnerable and overwhelmed. A tow truck suddenly shows up at the scene, seemingly out of nowhere. The driver sounds helpful and convincing, offering to tow your car to a partner shop or certified repair facility. But once your car is hooked up and taken away, the nightmare begins. You later find out it's being held for excessive storage fees, unauthorized repairs, or cash-only release terms. They're literally holding your car hostage until you pay up. In Southern California, a major investigation led to the arrest of 16 individuals involved in a scheme that defrauded victims of over $216,000. The group orchestrated fake insurance claims and collusive collisions, targeting accident victims by towing their vehicles under false pretenses and demanding hefty fees for their return. Davis Tow Inc., one of the city's largest towing companies, faced scrutiny after illegally towing vehicles and collecting over $100,000 in impound fees. Authorities estimate that more than 250 individuals were affected by the scam. To avoid this scam, wait for law enforcement or your insurance company to dispatch a tow truck after an accident. Be wary of unsolicited tow trucks arriving at the scene. Always ask for identification and verify the legitimacy of the tow truck operator and the body shop they intend to take your vehicle to. Scam number 4, the dirty air filter trick. You're in for a quick oil change or routine maintenance, and the mechanic comes out holding a filthy air filter covered in dust and grime. This is what's going into your engine, they say, urging you to replace it on the spot. But here's the shocker. That grimy filter might not even be yours. Some shady shops keep a deliberately dirty air filter on hand just to scare you, knowing most people won't question it. Or worse, they show you your actual filter that's just a little dusty, but push you for replacement. A 2022 consumer report showed that nearly 30% of drivers were told to replace a still usable filter. And here's the catch. They will charge you $40 or more for a filter that costs under $10 retail. In Phoenix, Arizona, a local sting operation found mechanics replacing perfectly clean filters just to boost profits. To protect yourself, check your car's maintenance schedule in the owner's manual and inspect the filter yourself. A slightly dirty filter is normal and doesn't necessarily affect performance. Most air filters are designed to last 15,000 to 30,000 miles, depending on the driving conditions. Scam number 5, unnecessary fluid flushes. You need a coolant flush, transmission flush, brake fluid flush urgently. Sound familiar? The average driver hears this during every second or third visit, but most vehicles don't need these flushes as often as mechanics claim. It's an easy way for mechanics to add hundreds of dollars to your bill with minimal labor. According to yourmechanic.com, over 40% of fluid flushes recommended at shops are not required. One Florida driver was advised to flush his transmission fluid at 20,000 miles when his car's manual clearly stated the first flush wasn't due until 60,000. These flushes can run $100 to $300 each, and the pressure tactics often scare drivers into agreeing. To protect yourself, always ask the shop to show you the manufacturer recommended interval from your car's manual. And if a mechanic is recommending multiple flushes at once, it's a red flag. When in doubt, get a second opinion or consult your dealership's service department for confirmation. Scam number 6, replacing a flat tire instead of repairing it. You roll into a tire shop with what looks like a simple puncture. You probably ran over a nail. You're expecting a quick patch job and to be back on the road in 15 minutes. Most of the time, this kind of flat is easily repairable for $15 to $25 using a patch or plug. But then the mechanic hits you with the bad news. Sorry, it can't be repaired. You'll need a brand new tire. Without showing you the problem, they pressure you into replacing the tire, often recommending a full set for even wear, turning a $20 repair into a $600 expense. This scam is sneaky because most drivers don't know the rules about what can and can't be repaired. According to the U.S. Tire Manufacturers Association, tires can legally and safely be repaired if the puncture is less than 1/4 inch wide, located on the tread area, and hasn't been driven flat for long distances. But dishonest shops ignore those facts and falsely claim sidewall damage, structural compromise, or internal rupture when none exist. Consumer protection groups in states like Florida, Texas, and California have received thousands of complaints about unjustified tire replacements. To avoid this scam, always ask to see the damage firsthand, request a tire repair eligibility check, and get a second opinion if you feel pressured. Scam number 7, check engine light. Hysteria. You see check engine light flashing on your dashboard and your stomach drops. You head to the mechanic and boom, they hit you with a $1,500 estimate, claiming your engine's about to go. But don't panic. In reality, that check engine light could be as minor as a loose gas cap or faulty sensor. According to CarMD Annual Vehicle Health Index, the most common check engine issue in the U.S. is a failed oxygen sensor, averaging around $250 to fix. Yet many shops inflate the repair scope to make it seem urgent. In Detroit, one undercover test found a mechanic recommending $900 in work for a car that only needed a new gas cap. Before you agree to anything, get the diagnostic code and do your own research, or get a second opinion. Scam number 8, charging for work not done. This is one of the more unethical scams because it's pure fraud. A mechanic might claim they performed a job like changing your oil, replacing your spark plugs, or rotating your tires, but in reality, they didn't do a thing. According to the Better Business Bureau, this is one of the top 3 most reported auto repair complaints in the U.S. In fact, a 2023 investigation by NBC News found that 1 in 7 auto shops were caught billing for services they never performed. This scam is especially common at busy or chain repair shops with high employee turnover. So how do you protect yourself? The way is simple. Always ask to see the replaced parts. Mark your filters or components beforehand if you're suspicious, and check fluid levels or tire treads afterward to verify work was done. Scam number 9, inflated labor charges. You walk into the shop with a minor issue such as a squeaky belt or a dead headlight. The part costs maybe $15 and you figure it'll take an hour. But then the bill hits $300 labor. Wait, what? For a job that took 40 minutes? This is one of the most widespread scams in the auto world. According to a 2022 report by Tari Oliraway, the average hourly labor rate across U.S. auto shops is between $75 and $130. But many shady shops charge flat rate hours based on an inflated estimate, not the actual time spent working on your vehicle. That means if a mechanic finishes a 2-hour job in 40 minutes, they still charge you for 2 hours. This scam is especially common with jobs involving electrical diagnostics, timing belts, or engine sensors, where customers can't easily verify how long the repair should take. To protect yourself, always ask for a breakdown of labor time by task and cross-check it with your car's manufacturer, service manual, or trusted online resources like Chilton or AllData. Scam number 10, the fix one, find another. Trick: you take your car in for a simple, specific repair, maybe a brake pad replacement or a squeaky belt. The mechanic calls you later. We fixed it, but while we were in there, we noticed something else. Suddenly, your $150 service becomes a $700 job. You agree because, well, they already started and you don't want to leave with a broken car. But here's the trick. The additional issue might not even exist, or it may be something non-urgent that doesn't need fixing right now. Dishonest mechanics rely on this bait-and-switch tactic to keep adding services once they've got your car in their control. According to consumer complaints collected by the Better Business Bureau, this trick is among the top 5 repair scams reported in the U.S., especially with transmission, suspension, and AC repairs. To protect yourself from this scam, always ask which repairs are critical and which are optional. Get everything in writing and never approve anything under pressure. Scam number 11, using low-quality or used parts without telling you. This scam involves swapping high-quality parts for cheap knockoffs or reusing old parts altogether while billing you for top-tier components. It's easy to miss unless you physically inspect what goes into your car. Poor quality parts can wear out faster or even fail prematurely and put your safety at risk. Some shops take shortcuts to boost profit, assuming the customer will never check. Ask for the brand and part number before installation. If possible, request the packaging or a photo of the part beforehand. That's all for this video. These scams discussed in the video are slick, professional, and surprisingly common, but now you know what to watch for. So the next time you visit a mechanic, you'll be walking in with confidence, not fear. See you in the next video.